It's all good. It's all good. Everything's for shits and giggles, right? Well, Tim and Jethro. Yeah, you can pretend that you don't. You can pretend that you don't have a boss named SJD. All you guys can pretend that you don't work for the leading gang stalker here in America that I've been putting much heat on. And as predicted before, you know, somewhere around last week, once I start putting the heat on the one that's in charge, I can prove in my own heart and by the actions of the ones who have already come against me before, you guys just clarify it for me even more that that he's your boss. I mean, nobody starts making videos about people until I start offering peace to everybody, and then here comes more videos. It's, you know, one thing about Satan is what he does is very predictable. But see, he's more clever than the vessels that people are in. And I find it amusing. But no, you won't see me, Tim, Jethro, Andrea, whatever your name is. None of you even have your real name. People that don't even have people that have nicknames and have never came out with their real name. What exactly is it that you hide? Like, why don't you come out with your real name? You think the government doesn't know who you are and where you are? Especially when your boss is you know, the king of social media right here. The cyber stalker, the leader of the cyber stalking. Now, when you're the leader of the cyber stalking, you're also the leader of the troops on the ground, the boots on the ground, regular stalking of citizens like myself, for instance. And when you never talk about it, but yet you know everything about, you know, you claim you just know everything what's going on with inside here with the government, and you don't know. If you're on YouTube and you make videos and you're high profile, whether you're the high profile Hollywood actors on YouTube, like Richie from Boston, the AMTV guy, many other, Call for an Uprising, all those guys. If you claim that you have all the answers, but yet you dismiss, like gang stalking isn't real, okay. Remember, they taught the nurses, just go ask Killer Whale, Angela. They taught the nurses 20 years ago, or at least somewhere around there, 10 years ago, that there's going to be people coming in claiming to be gang stalked. And no, they're not crazy. They just see what other people don't. I just bring attention to it. I'm not fazed by it whatsoever. I know you guys follow me everywhere I go. I know that the purpose of doing that is to follow me all the way up until the point where you decide to cut the power. And, you know, right here in America first, because that's what Trump said, America first. All right, read between the lines. He's a Hollywood actor like the rest of them. And, so once the power's cut, the idea is to know exactly where we are. But the trolls that, and again, there's trolls, there's agents. Trolls are ones, I believe, like, you know, you're trolling for truth, right, Tim? It's in your name, okay? You clung to me with flatteries, you and Jethro, And then you turned against me when I said make a stand for SJD. And then it come back, and then I reach out, but I knew, I already know who I'm reaching out to is not going to accept it. They'll say they will, but the proof will be, as time goes by, when the videos are made about me for offering peace, it means you're not looking for peace, which means therefore you don't have the love of God in your heart. And on top of that, it proves who you work for. No, I won't make videos about you guys taking clips, and no, I'm focusing straight on Stephen James DeShawn, the leader of the gang stalking here in America. I'll continue to focus on him because it's true. And for the people that don't like it, stop watching my channel. And if you can't stop watching my channel, it's because you're paid to watch my channel. And because nobody cares that much. Nobody cares to go on people's channels and try to control their content. You know, like Andrea, like she supposedly knows. You come on my channel because it's your job. I exposed who your boss is. It took a little bit of time. I mean, look, when someone says that they're Jesus Christ and they have wrote the book of Gematria that supposedly backs up everything, I'm going to investigate it. I'm going to look into it. And I'm going to take my time patiently and just see, does his spirit line up with good intentions inside of his heart? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And anybody that's, because you guys have to watch my videos, correct? Correct. Did you guys sleep last night? Probably not. How much sleep did you get? I only made 8 videos yesterday for average of 30 minutes for each one, so I'll do it again today. I mean, I have the time to do that because anywhere I go, like now, here, I'm just stuck in traffic. All right, let me push record. Wherever I go, I'll get there when I get there. Wherever I am, there I'll be. People don't really want to let people in, but I can do it today. Yeah, man. Yeah, matter of fact, I will. I'll probably do 10 33-minute videos. I just want to keep you guys busy. I want to, because you guys got to stay awake, because you're sleeping. Spiritually, you guys are dead, dry bones. And I'm just prophesying to you, so you dry bones can have the breath of life inside of you, and then you can stand up. But those who hate me without a cause, I mean, I know you'll find a cause. Your cause is it's a fraudulent cause, but everything's good here in the hood, here in Robin's hood. It ain't my hood. I'm talking about the channel. Everything's good here on this channel here. This, you know, the one that if you don't like, you just change the channel. You don't have to watch. You don't have to listen to another word I have to say. But I've seen already what this is why I say Satan is predictable. And the vessels that he uses, like you guys, you know, you don't understand it. I don't even know if you believe Satan exists. I mean, you probably don't even believe God exists. But it's funny that the people that believe that Satan exists, the Satan worshipers, and they don't believe God exists because they believe Satan is their God, that's pretty funny to me. $33, $33, $33, $33. Remember, guys, you, the ones that came against me, the ones that have been trolling me on the computer with the faceless coward accounts, and I got so many of you guys to get up from behind the computer and show your face. And And I'm sure you're a little salty about that because you didn't want to do it. But you had to ask your boss if you could, you know, SJD. And he told you, yeah, go ahead. You got to make a video and do what he said, or else he's not going to listen to you because he calls you a troll if you're not. And then you guys get up and make videos. Not you, Jethro, and Tim. You were, well, you know what? You guys were just rocking out in the beginning. And then because I was communicating with you, I'm sure that's when SJD offered a paycheck to, because all of a sudden you guys started to turn into investigators, and you started to slander people and take clips of everybody's videos, and you'll continue to do the same thing as was predicted because you guys are super predictable. But do as you please. This is a free country, supposedly. We have the freedom of speech, supposedly. Even though if you say something, it's not, it doesn't feel like you can freely say anything. Because there's restrictions. But, hey, SJD. How bad does it suck knowing that I know who you are? And all that surveillance that you have on these innocent people in the world, just following them around, trying to harass, you know, yeah, some people you harass, you try to harass me. Again, you push this electronic directed energy weapon, right? You're pushing that fear that that's what happens to people when they talk. Like myself, for instance. I've been on here for a year and a half talking. Especially the last 6 months. I should have been freaking zapped with a heart attack already, don't you think? I mean, I would have expected some type of electronic torture. But I read between the lines and understand what electronic torture means. This piece of electronic here, people are torturing you, if you allow them to, through the comment section, through making videos about me, calling me whatever it is that you can to try to discredit my words. The true people of God, they have a better discernment for you guys that have the wool over your eyes and the strong delusion that you're believing, because that's what God's sent in these days. Everything's going to shit soon. And SJD, you're the one that knows it. And the agents that work for you, they know it. But the trolls that work for you, like Jethro and Goofball over there, they don't know what's going on. You're not telling them that. Because they have to be a higher ranking in the Masons ranking division in order to know. So I believe you have to be an actual 33-degree Mason to know the lies, all of them. And when you go from first degree to second to third, what degree are you guys, Jethro? Did you initiate yourselves yet, or are you're just accepting the mark of the beast for your boss there? Which one is it? But yeah, I seen a distraction coming. I mean, the attempted distraction. It's like, okay. It's like, all right. Hey, Tim and Jethro. Yes, boss. What would you like for us to do today? I need you guys to start making videos left and right about Robin, okay? Because he's putting too much heat on me, and he's freaking burning my ass, okay? And I'm getting very offended by his words, because I am the Lord. I am Lord Jesus Christ. It says it in the Gematria book. I swear it does. Just look at the numbers. It confirms my name. I'm so glad I went deep sea fishing and caught your freaking shark ass, Shark JD. Shark JD. I wonder what, I'll think of what JD, what else goes with JD after shark. But I just thought of them. It's, you know, whatever your initials are. Again, I believe your true name is Josh. I do. I just do. It's Joshua James is your one account, but Josh itself, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's your name. And your game is to, well, lie through your teeth. I mean, just continue to lie and lie and lie and lie and lie. But yeah, I mean, it was a funny video. It was kind of funny, Tim. I'll give you that. It was funny. However, from this point on, any other videos that you make, I won't see them. Because I already knew where you guys were heading. I seen it coming. And then even when you started to come against anybody who's offering prayers for you guys and saying that they actually love you even though you hate them, anybody who's doing that, the vile, evil, disgusting, demonic entities that dwell in your body, well, it sickens them to death. You know what I mean? So that's when the vile words come out. That's why you guys can't stop cursing. And you can use the clip against me, and I'm doing it as an example to show you that either way, cursing or not, it's not some kind of salvation issue. It's a work that you do. So because I have a sense of humor, it's just what I do. I will mock anybody that is a liar, that I know is a liar. And well, because I believe in the Bible, and I follow God's law, not man's law. So because I believe in the Bible, well, I try to follow what's right. And I understand that only God can give you the experience to know that when you're rambling off, when every fifth word that comes out of your mouth is fuck, fucker, motherfucker, it's a lack of control. It shows, it's like a dog that barks and just won't shut up. To me, the dogs that bark that won't shut up, it shows stupidity in them. So for those that constantly curse, I don't know, like a racehorse, whatever that saying is, it just shows a lack of discipline. That's all. Can you refrain from cursing to people? Or do you just find it necessary, just so necessary? Yes, everybody curses, I get it. And the English language is freaking cursed from the beginning. So, but as we were taught, curse words are bad. I don't know. Maybe the curse word is actually something, who knows what it even truly means. I mean, Barb tried to break it down with the fuck curse word from what it means in the other language, where it came from, the origin of it. But yeah, it is entertainment. YouTube, I'm here for I'm just versatile. I've touched on every topic that I can imagine. My channel's not just about one thing. I don't just read the Bible. I don't just talk about the Bible. I don't just talk about the government. It's just everything and anything. Every topic and any topic. But mainly, whatever is truth, I'll lift it up. Whatever is a lie, I will bring the light straight to it. Whoever's hiding in the dark, I'm going to turn the light on. And I know you scatter like cockroaches because you don't want to be seen. That's why so many people have hidden their face behind the camera, because they're, well, they're cowards. They're faceless cowards. That's what your troll accounts are. You troll people because you don't want them to know who you are. That's why I respect people that can actually come with their real account. But again, because you guys are absolutely delusional in these final days of, you know, the apocalypse, the changing of power. The true meaning of apocalypse is the changing of the authority of the power. Remember, I offered peace, love, and you reject it. So, okay. I mean, I still sleep very well at night. And I don't take cat naps during the day because I don't have to troll people and I don't have to listen to everybody's comments. So, well, guys, I'm glad you didn't get any sleep last night because of all my videos. And you're not going to get any sleep today either, because I'm just going to continue on and torment and punish the true trolls and agents that decided to take on this job. I hope you had other things to do today, and more people to watch their videos and troll them. Because I understand that you have to watch. You got to watch every minute when your assignment is to do that. And I know, Mr. SJD, you literally have to watch every one of my videos. So that's why when you try to sick your dogs on me, because it's dog season apparently, when you're showing love to those dogs, are you loving on them too? You loving on Tim and Jethro, SJD? Do you love on your dogs? Because that's very creepy, okay? You could have said, I love my dogs. I love to show them my love to them, you know, or whatever. But to love on them, you know, just go ahead and visualize what that means. You're a high priest, right? A Masonic high priest, and you keep your seed to yourself, okay? Even though it's a lie. Meaning, you know, your seed's never in a woman or on a woman or whatever. It's you're leaving your seed on your dog because you're loving on them. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's sickening to think about, but we understand what your words mean. You're not a word wizard. Not at all. You might be a warlock, but you're not a wizard. A wizard sounds like, it sounds more like someone that's wise, okay? It's not wise for you to do what you're doing, Steve, but I understand you're very intelligent. However, you're just not that smart, okay? Being smart is different than being intelligent. Intelligent, well, you can be the most intelligent person in the world and be the freaking most dumbass person in the world too, because you have no common sense. But you can have all kinds of degrees. You can have many Masonic awards. Do you stew your chili, Steve, naked in your Masonic apron? Just a question. I mean, you know, because, hey, Steve. 3rd Street. 3rd Street. I'm on 3rd Street, okay? You get your guys on me, Steve? I only got 9 more minutes to kill.
Idea. I would say bad. You know, every policy that we talk about here in the talk show universe all the time, do taxes need to be higher or lower? I know my side. I know what I think is right. But there are people who can step in and they can disagree because they're liberal or because they have a different worldview than I do, and that's okay.
Or because they get paid because they're agents and trolls on YouTube.
And that's fine. But when somebody, you know, steps forward in the midst of this magnificent week of eulogizing and talks about the devotion that President Bush had to his wife, the devotion he had to his children, to his country, to his God.
Yeah, what God?
There's no one who should raise a hand and say, you know, can I differ with that? can I argue with that? I'd like to take the other side. Some things transcend politics. Sometimes there is no other side, and those are the enriching, magnificent, fundamental
elite that are trying to force you to one side. Hey, elite.
I love it. I do it for a living. But what a neat thing it's been this week to see people saying things and invoking things about God, about family, about country, about duty, about service, about honor. They're simply definitively
delusional,
inherently
evil,
true.
No, they're not.
Mark Davison for Dennis Prager. Be right back. The Dennis Prager Show, live from the Relief Factor Pain-Free Studio.
Okay, well, that was Dennis over here.
King of Persia, and the letter was written in the Syrian tongue and interpreted in the Syrian tongue. Rehum the chancellor and Shamshai the scribe wrote a letter against Jerusalem to Artaxerxes the king in this way. Then Rehum the chancellor and Shemshai the scribe and the rest of their companions, the Danites and the Aphrosithites and the Tarpathites and the Apharsites and the Archavites, the Babylonians, the Susankites and the Dehavites, the Elamites, and the rest of the nations whom the great and noble Asnapar brought over and set in the cities of Samaria, and the rest of the province beyond the river, and so forth,
and so
wrote
on.
The king.
Right, Richie?
This is the copy of the letter which they sent to him unto Artaxerxes the king. Your servants, the men of the province beyond the river, and so forth, let it be known to the king that the Jews who came up from you to us have come to Jerusalem, and are building the rebellious and the evil city, and have set up the walls of it, and have joined the foundations. Now let it be known to the king that if this city is built, and the walls set up, then they will not pay toll, taxes, or custom, and you shall endanger the strength of the kings. Now because we have eaten the salt of the palace, and it was not right for us to see the king's dishonor, therefore we have sent and notified the king, so that search may be made of the books of the records of your fathers. So you shall find in the books of the records, and ye shall know that this city is a rebellious city and hurtful unto kings and provinces, and that they have rebelled in it in olden times, for which cause this city was destroyed. We notified the king that if this city is built, and the walls of it set up, by this means ye shall have no portion on this side of the river. Then the king sent an answer to Rehum the chancellor, and to Shemshai the scribe, and to the rest of their companions who dwell in Samaria, and to the rest beyond the river, peace, and so forth. The letter which you sent to us has been plainly read before me, and I commanded, and search has been made, and it is found that this city has lifted up itself against kings in old times, and that rebellion and revolt have been made in it. There have been many mighty kings also over Jerusalem, who have ruled over all beyond the river, and toll, taxes, and customs was paid to them. Now you give commandment to cause these men to cease, and that this city be not built until commandment shall be given from me. Now take heed that you do not fail to do this. Why should damage grow to the hurt of the kings? Now in the copy of King Artaxerxes' letters was read before Rehum and Shemshai the scribe and their companions, they hurried to Jerusalem and to the Jews, and made them stop by force and power. Then the work of the house of God which is at Jerusalem ceased. So it ceased unto the 2nd year of the reign of Darius, king of Persia. Chapter 5, the book of Ezra, chapter 5. Then the prophets Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddo prophesied unto the Jews who were in Judah and Jerusalem in the name of the God of Israel, even to them. Then Zerubbabel and the son of Shealtiel and Jeshua the son of Jezodek rose up and began to build the house of God which is in Jerusalem, and with them were the prophets of God helping them. At the same time, Tatnai, governor of the province beyond the river, and Shethazbiznai and their companions came to them and said to them, "Who has commanded you to build this house and to make this wall?" Then they said to them in this way, "What are the names of the men who are building this building?" But the eye of their God was upon the elders of the Jews, so that they could not cause them to stop until the matter came to Darius, and answer by letter concerning this had been returned. A copy of the letter which Tatnai, governor of the province beyond the river, and Shethar-boznai and his companions, the Apharsachites, who were beyond the river, sent unto Darius the king was this. They sent a letter to him in which this was written, "Unto Darius the king all peace. Let it be known to the king that we went into the province of Judea, to the house of the great God, which is being built with great stones. And the timber is being laid in the walls, and this work goes on fast and is blessed in their hands. Then we asked those elders and said this to them, Who commanded you to build this house and to make these walls? We also asked their names in order to notify you that we might write the names of the men who are the chief of them. And they returned this answer to us, saying, We are the servants of the God of heaven and earth, and we build the house that was built many years ago, which a great king of Israel built and set up. But after our fathers had provoked the God of heaven to wrath, he gave them into the hands of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, the Chaldean, who destroyed this house and carried the people away to Babylon. But in the first year of Cyrus, the king of Babylon, King Cyrus gave an order to build this house of God, and all the vessels of gold and silver from the house of God,
silver and
which
gold,
Nebuchadnezzar took out of the temple that was in Jerusalem, and brought them into the temple of Babylon. Those Cyrus the king took out of the temple of Babylon, and they were delivered unto one whose name was Sheshbazzar, whom he had made governor. And he said to him, Take the vessels and go, carry them into the temple that is in Jerusalem, and let the house of God be built in this place. Then the same Sheshbazzar came and laid the foundation of the house of God, which is in Jerusalem. And since that time, even until now, it has been building, but is not finished. Now therefore, if it seems good to the king, let there be search made in the king's treasure house, which is there at Babylon,
he wants to switch
whether
cars.
it is so that a decree was given from Cyrus the king to build this house of God at Jerusalem or not. And let the king send his pleasure to us concerning this matter. Chapter 6. Ezra, chapter 6.
All right, guys, look.
A decree, and search was made in the house of the scrolls where the treasures were laid up in Babylon, and there was found at Achametha.
In other words, you guys are screwed, okay? You guys are screwed. Deal with it. These are all gonna live. Oh, yes.